Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Hard West 2 with me, Bring It On.
Are those wild turkey? Let me get my bow.
That was weird.
I wish we could ride like this.
We're gonna make our way to San Argent.
Forever.
Nice weather for a ride.
San Argent was a medium-sized town. Built by a company of silver miners, lately it became a hub for local industrialists. Enter town.
San Argent. Used to be one of my favorite places to lay low. But that was before those industrious guys took it over. They made it boring.
Check the notice board first. Another town, another notice board. Wanted, Abraham Burns. Abraham Burns. Never heard of him.
Wanted. Dead or alive. For arsons and murders. Abraham Burns. At least this one promises a decent reward.
And he's living up to his name. Take the poster. Poster says this guy was chased down to the Devil's Den. It's a complex of cave systems nearby. No one in their right mind would chase him that way. Luckily, we're not exactly in right minds, are we? Let's go look for him. Wanted, Seth and Richard Gecko. Wanted, brother Seth and Richard Gecko, dead or alive, for murder, bank robbery, rape, and stagecoach theft. Not exactly in that order. Well, that's a pair of ugly jerks. Take the poster. Let's hunt. I only hope the reward is good. These guys, there's something odd about them. I feel it in my gut. Visit the sheriff's office. The San Argent sheriff's office was cluttered and dark. It seemed like the local sheriff didn't get much help from his deputies or the townsfolk, at least not with chasing down wanted crooks. Ask about the Gecko brothers. I heard they robbed a bank in the north and killed some sheriff and a shopkeeper on their way. After they stole a stagecoach, some folks saw them in this area. If you manage to get those jerks, please bring them alive. We didn't hang anyone for a long time. We could use some fun. Alright, visit the San Argent store. Well, well, well. What have we here? A lot of guns. Reinforced Skull Crusher. This club is a display of the settlers' bloodthirst and creativity. A traditional native club was reinforced with a steel skull and a dozen of wicked spikes. Doesn't have an extra effect. Same base damage as the tomahawk, but doesn't apply bleed. We buy duckfoots now. Alright, Dead Man's Gun. A masterfully crafted six-shooter of unknown origin, imbued with the restless spirit of a daredevil who once roamed the Hard West. A bullseye chance buff. The character adds 15% bullseye chance when using the weapon. Elephant Gun. A large caliber rifle for big game hunting. If it can drop an elephant, it should be enough to keep demons at bay, right? And Scorcher. The way the shotgun spews flesh-burning buckshot must have come from hell itself. Applies burning and has a bullseye chance buff of 15%. I'll take the rope. I don't think I'll ever use the Derringer. And I don't think we can justify using the hand cannon either. It does a little more damage, but the dazed effect is awful. So I want to give up the ricocheting bonus with the bullet bouncer for a chance to crit. Elephant gun does 12 damage, but it has a cooldown like a shotgun does. I guess if one of our posse had 2 rifles equipped, this and another one. I think I'll sit on this for right now. Alright, and visit Solomon DeLear's office. Solomon's office was located in an old orangery near the town of San Argent. It had to be beautiful back in the day. Now it was dark, cluttered, and it smelled of naphthalene, just like its current owner. Meet with Solomon DeLear.
These are the people, Solomon. Let me tell you, I've seen what they're capable of. If there's anyone who has a chance of stopping Mammon, it's them.
Solomon DeLear was old, pale, and seemed very frail. He was more like a ghost than a man. He welcomed us in his makeshift workshop. We saw a few more Solomon siphons scattered around, and on the blackboard there were pictures of bullet-making process. Of a bullet-making process? Solomon's voice was paper-thin. For the sake of us all, I hope Lazarus is right. Mammon has to be stopped. His rampage continues. The borders between this world and the supernatural will be gone.
Mammon's like that asshole in every poker game who cashes out before giving you a chance to win your money back.
He's also hard to kill. Lazarus said you might have a plan. I do. Sit down, and I'll explain. So, what's your plan? It's simple. You shoot him dead. We already tried that. Bastard was back up like nothing happened. Mammon's human form isn't real, you see. It's just an image projected by a malevolent supernatural force. Yes, we could call that a demon or devil, but he's just a representation, an idea. And that's where I come in. To kill an idea, you need more than lead. What you need are bullets filled with his own power, his own make-believe force. He wants his power to be real in our world. You'll have to accept the power of bullets made with that same power. Am I the only one confused here? No, I get it. It's simple, really. Despite all of his power, this jerk still has to follow the rules of his own game. And we're gonna beat him by bending those rules. I'll make bullets for you, made of unique alloy and equally special gunpowder. And I'll imbue them with Mammon's own power, thanks to the filled-up siphon you brought me. Then we get to the Hellgate station, board the ghost train one last time, and load all our guns with those. With these bullets, we'll have the power to destroy him. About the bullets. To craft enough of them for all of you, I'm gonna need special alloy called uranium. It's very rare, developed only by Brass & Co. We'll also need gunpowder with uranium dust. Again, only Brass has this type of equipment. Then I'll be ready to craft them for you. Getting the alloy. There used to be a gang stealing the alloy from Brass & Co. for a month now. They took over an unnamed ghost town nearby. You can try and make some deal with them, but they do not seem like very reasonable people. About Brass & Co. This Brass & Co. stuff, we keep running into their business, and ruining it. I don't think it's a coincidence. No, it's not. You see, I used to work with Victor Brass, before he became the industrial mogul he is today. We're both fascinated by the supernatural. I happened to become famous years ago for saving a lot of people. That's when he approached me. Together we started the company. We're supposed to help people, turn things supernatural into weapons to fight the supernatural. But we both went astray in our ambitions. He became mad with greed, dangerously mad. Fascinated by the ghost train, he invented uranium, a metal imbued with demonic power. Trust me if I say that this cannot end well. As for me, well, that's a long story. Brass & Co. operates from his headquarters in Texas. I'm afraid that once we've dealt with Mammon, we might have to deal with Victor Brass himself as well. Especially since you've already made him mad. Getting the gunpowder. I made some research and found that Brass sometimes moves his state-of-the-art guns through San Argent. Any of such transports is sure to have our gunpowder aboard.
I swear, Jen, one more train heist and I'm leaving.
I don't even like trains. Why do you think I keep robbing them?
About Solomon himself. What about you? Where did you come from? And why do I have a feeling you're not entirely on our side? Oh, it's simple. I'm on my own side. On the side of balance. The side of fixing my own mistakes. Some time ago, I started researching the supernatural phenomena that started happening all over the Hard West. At first, I managed to do some good, but then I got so invested in the occult that I lost myself for some time. I became this cult leader, and, well, suffice to say, I paid what I owed. What do you mean? I died. It was Mammon's presence that brought me back. Lazarus found me, and together we want to stop him, once and for all.
Turns out dead men do tell tales.
Let's keep going.
Right, Gecko Brothers tracks. As we approached the abandoned camp, I ordered Flynn to stay away. Just near the campfire, there was the body of a woman, probably a worker from the robbed bank, taken as a hostage. A horrible view. She was profaned in the worst way men can do, lying in a pool of her own blood. I know we're no angels. Those ruthless animals deserve to die. Buffalo tracks. This is not just a normal buffalo, it's the great white one. They're legendary creatures. Many nations believe they're the embodiment of old spirits. Sadly, some settlers hunt them for their pelts.
I don't know what you expected, Claylish. Of course they would want to kill it for money. That's exactly where your river flows, toward a barren wasteland.
Ah, Utah. So pleasant to the eye.
The great white was grazing here. It has to be truly enormous. Come on, that way.
We are on the right path.
It seems he prefers solitude. We should find it being alone. Good. Let's keep going.
Be wary.
That's right
Riding in the
beside me.
sun like this makes us quite a target.
We found tracks of a lone, enormous buffalo. Let's find that beast. Alright, Jen Carter. I'll find that magnificent beast for you. Follow me. We followed the tracks for 2 hours. I was just about ready to call off the hunt when there it was, bathed in the sun in a shallow valley and white as a lily, grazing, unaware of our presence, an embodiment of wild life. It's magnificent. Claylish is only half right, you know. Natives hunt them also, but for the power they gain by eating their hearts. The Great White Buffalo Heart. By eating the Great White Buffalo Heart, you gain great power, no matter how disgusting it looks. Get Bloodlust, Duelist, and Patching Up. Luck plus 100, hit points plus 25. Is it one you can use over and over again? I assume not. You're eating a heart. I still think loyalty is always better than an item. So leave it in peace.
Good choice, Carter. You do not act just and honorable to get a reward. You act like that. Because it's the right thing to do.
Bill only scoffed at that and waved Claylish off like she was a mosquito. He really wanted that heart.
Your inner peace is unnerving, Claylish. Go be calm and wise a bit further away, if you don't mind.
It's a main quest.
I think I've been here some time ago.
Hey, the snake oil salesman. A rickety coach painted like a circus poster stood near our path. Its owner was waving at us, seemingly happy to see us. Approached the trader. Well, well. I see you managed to get past the blockade. Fantastic. Want to see my wares? Let's talk with Phineas. What can I do for you fine folks? How did you get here? Ah, well, suffice to say, I found a more subtle way to traverse the canyon. But we men of science have to be forgiven if we harbor a secret or two of our own, don't you think? Let's trade. Anything new? No. But that does give us an option to examine Bill. Once he likes us a little more anyway.
Let's keep going.
Let's go.
Let's avoid Devil's Den for
Let's see
now.
what's
We don't know
over
if that's
there.
going to break out into a fight. Spirit Guard's blockade.
Here, follow me.
Keep close, people.
We found a suspicious hole in the ground. It was filled with poisonous snakes, so we backed away a bit. Investigate. We crept a bit closer to peer down into the hole. Inside, entwined among the snakes, lay the stiff corpse of a shadow dancer, his face twisted in agony. He still clutched a peculiar weapon in his hand.
I know this. Your people would call it a court of snakes. This is how the Shadow Dance treats traitors.
I really wanted to check out that weapon, but the snake seemed properly angry. Cross of Thorns. Alright, we'll use the lamp. A loop on the rope, a flick of the wrist, and there, the weapon was finally ours. It's 4 damage as well. This gosh darn cross from hell is a terrifying tool of destruction that curses its enemies, condemning them to eternal damnation. So this is what we see the Revenants using. It inflicts burning instead of bleeding, which is far better.
Shouldn't we keep close to the river?
What river?
Nice weather for a ride.
We found another camp left by the Gecko brothers, and some new footprints. Interesting. It looks like the group got bigger. Did they meet some new bandit friends, or take new hostages? If it's the latter, the people they kidnapped are in grave danger. We've got to hurry.
Didn't we ride this way before?
It looks like they left their camp very quickly. Maybe something scared them. Weird. They ride towards the south, east. Where are they going? There's nothing there, only a dead end at the edge of the canyon. Or maybe there's some secret passage to the other side. If we want to get them, we must ride. Is that probably at the World's Edge Saloon?
Nothing better than a ride along the prairie.
Let's check out the burial cave. Carved in the rock, we found a natural cave adorned by the natives. It seemed old and didn't belong to any tribe Claylish and Deer knew. Investigate. Wait, we should think twice before disturbing this place of rest. Oh, come on, Claylish. They're dead. They don't need anything in the afterlife. Why do you always do this? We need every little thing that might help us against Mammon. Yeah, I don't think a gold nugget is worth Claylish's loyalty, so leave the cave.
You heed my advice. I am honored, Jin Carter.
I hate when you do this, Claylish, but you're probably the most wise member of our little family, so I say we do as you wish. This time. Also, I think we just maxed out. Yeah, fantastic. She gets Fate Foretold. If Claylish has at least 100 luck points, she adds 1 to her weapon damage. Alright, Chapter 5.
I need to thank you. You were there to help me save Lailana Ed, and she means more than life to me. For that, I will help you do what you need to do. I will help destroy that demon of yours. I've learned to trust and respect you, Jin Carter. And those are 2 things I do not do lightly. There is truth and justice within you, even if you try to deny it. Do yourself a favor. Flow with the river.
That way.
Good to finally feel the warmth.
Wish I could smell the air. Scent of fresh rain, ripe cotton.
So I guess there's no reason to come over this way. A little disappointing. Do I need to rest up? I think I do. I don't think we did after that last mission. Yeah, let's do that real quick. Alright, so new dialogue. A short rest and a hot meal should be enough to put the posse back on their feet. Wary, I fell asleep almost immediately, drifting away into the world of half-remembered memories and pointless visions. But then suddenly, I saw a mirage of Mammon himself, standing in a black void and laughing at me.
I must admit, I went a little over the top with your friend. See, I was angry that you managed to escape, and I might have taken that out on your young friend. The result is interesting. It's not only that he has no soul. You became the Shadowless Man, right? He became an embodiment of Shadow. Shadow and nothing else. I'd really love to see your confrontation. You know, he held a lot of anger toward you. Jealousy, yes, some respect. But a lot of sweet, sweet anger.
I will stand over your grave.
This ends with me standing over your grave. You hear?
Sadly, I have no time for such fun. My train leaves in a few minutes and I'm already late.
And with those words, he was gone. Alright, I guess we'll go to Devil's Den. Devil's Den was a labyrinthine complex of caves. Dry desert wind howled and whistled through crevices and caverns, driving the superstitious folk away. Investigate. We delved into the caves, welcoming the cool shade. But the constant howling of the desert wind started getting on our nerves. Sometimes it sounded like some wild animal, other times like a screaming, tortured woman.
Stop. I see something there. Let's check it out, but carefully.
In an open cave flooded by sunlight, we saw an emaciated figure crouching over a tiny fireplace. He looked so weak, so pathetic. Not at all a bloodthirsty murderer we expected. He saw us and laughed, then roared and jumped back on all fours. He turned his head sideways, and a shrill voice squeezed out of his windpipe. Here comes. The one with no shadow. Are you here to end this vessel? Are you here to free us?
It's a bad day when I'm not the creepiest thing around.
Approach Abraham Burns. Though Abraham Burns looked like one of the maddened denizens of hell depicted in the church paintings, he didn't attack. I guess he was too weak and hungry to threaten us. You're Abraham, right? Abraham Burns. Oh yes. Yes, Abraham is here, yes. And he burns. Oh, he burns. Some evil spirit took over his mind. Talking to him is pointless. We can either try and exorcise him, or just tie him up and bring him to San Argent like that. Poor bastard. Yeah, Lazarus's exorcism. I can try to do something for him. Let's prepare. Lazarus's ritual consisted of a lot of prayer and howling, and holding Abraham Burns down, so he wouldn't bite Lazarus's head off.
The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. And I will execute great vengeance upon them with furious rebukes, and they shall know that I am the Lord when I shall lay my vengeance upon them.
Finally, Burns moaned in a human voice, and immediately went limp, and cried his eyes out. Interesting. I never wanted to do any of these things. You got to believe me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. We get a red Joker if we let him go, so let him go. He's probably right, you know. But now maybe he'll find some redemption. Unless they catch him before he manages to get to another state. Still, I think letting him go was a good choice. And the red Joker gives us a bullseye damage multiplier of +1. Fantastic. Alright. We're gonna go park outside of the World's Edge Saloon.
Shouldn't we keep close to the river?
And call it an episode. We'll track down the Gecko brothers next time. And go from there. But for now, thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.